These two terrorists are heading to Paris to carry out a terrorist attack. First they ride on a donkey, then they switch to a small motorcycle, then they take a bus, and finally they board a plane to Paris. Why do they go through so much trouble for a terrorist attack? Because their country is only as big as a small town, but their ancestors passed down a super delicious fried rice recipe. And with this recipe, they gained some international recognition. However, a few months ago, a French culinary institution stole their fried rice recipe. So, the leader sent Jack and Nick to go to Paris to carry out the terrorist attack, as a way to get revenge. It was their first time on a plane, and they were both very nervous. At this moment the flight attendant brought their meal, and when they saw the fork in the meal tray, they came up with a bold idea to hijack the plane with a fork and crash it into the Eiffel Tower. But then the announcement suddenly came on, and the flight attendant said that due to insufficient fuel, the plane could not reach Paris, and had to land at a nearby airport. The passengers upset and angry, and just as Nick was about to hijack the flight attendant, the fork was immediately confiscated by the flight attendant. So, the plane made an emergency landing on an island. From there to Paris, they first had to cross a dozen kilometers of strait, and then walk 450 kilometers to get there. But the leader only bought them plane tickets, and with such a long distance to cover, they were sure to starve before even reaching Paris. Luckily they met a kind local who offered them a ride. Nick was very excited, and they quickly put their luggage in the trunk. But just as they had finished, their luggage was gone. Fortunately they still had a map on them, so they could only follow the map to Paris.